Hi everyone, Ms. Stillman here. This is the homework 8 key. In question 1, find the point P that lies along the directed line segment from C to D and partitions the segment in the ratio of 1 to 4. So remember, we add the ratio 1 plus 4 is 5, and then we think to ourselves, well, that segment CD must be divided into 5 equal parts. Since we can count this one, it's a horizontal line, or even if it were vertical, we can count the number of boxes. There's 15 boxes going across, CD is 15 units, then that means each part of the broken up segment is going to be 3. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So every 3 boxes I'm going to count and put a mark. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so CD, I counted the last 3 boxes just to make sure I had done accurately, and I landed on D. That's a good thing. Now, the ratio has to be 1 segment to 4 segments. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me just draw that a little bit longer. That whole thing is worth 4. Now, what point divides the line segment into 1 to 4? It's right over here. The coordinates of that point, they want it to be called P. That's -3, -3. Here's 0, 0, -3, -3. That's your answer. On the next question, we can't count boxes either horizontally or vertically, so we're going to use the technique of drawing a line segment that mimics RS. We put R, we put S, and then we subtract the difference of the X value. So it's 12 minus 0 is 12. Divide that into the 4 equal parts. And that means every 3 is going to increase the X value. 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 3 is that same 12. Sorry that 2 is a little hard to read. But we know every 3 lands perfectly on S. Now, for the Y's, we take the 5 minus 1, and we get 4. 4 divided by the 4 pieces I want to break it into is 1. And the 1 actually is going to be subtracted from Y because the line segment is going downward. Or from 5 to 1, we know that's decreasing. Some people like to do it more like this. You take the last Y, which is 1, and subtract the 5 from the beginning away from it. You get -4, and that way you see the negative directly. Or you can do it as I did in the beginning, where you notice, oh, 5 to 1 is negative. It's a downward Y value. So 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. Lastly, 2 minus 1 is that 1. So I know this part worked. Putting a check mark just to remind myself. I checked, I got to S. Okay, the ratio of 3 to 1, 1, 2, 3, compared to this is 1. That point, 9, 2, is my final answer, 9, 2. Now you might want to check this on the diagram. 9, 2 does fall on the line segment, and you also can kind of check out slope to help you see that it got broken to 3 pieces and 1 piece. Down 1 over 3, down 1 over 3, down 1 over 3, down 1 over 3. 1, 2, 3 compared to 1. Point P is right there, and that's the final answer. Now on page 2, we have another example of partitioning a line segment, AB. So I've already done all the work. I'm going to talk you through it. The ratio is 2 to 3, so I add the pieces and get 5. A and B I put on my line. My subtraction of 4 minus -6 is positive 10. But that 10 for the X value has to be broken into 5 pieces. So every 2 is a piece. So I'm adding 2. -6 plus 2 is -4 to -2 to 0 to 2 to 4. Now on the Y values, 0 minus -5 is positive 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. And the Y value is increasing from -5 to 0. That's actually an increase. Add 1 to each one. -5 plus 1 is -4. -4 plus 1 is -3. Plus 1 is -2. Plus 1 is -1. Plus 1 again is 0. The last step would be picking which of these points is your answer. Well, we want the point to break the segment up into 2 pieces to 3 pieces. 2 pieces lands here, so P is -2, -3. The other 3 pieces are on the right side. The last question, we have a ratio of 2 to 3 where we are looking for E. I've drawn my DF, and I've also set up a straight line DF to mimic the line on the graph. Now I know that when I break up to 2 to 3, sorry, I've already put the 5 markings. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th would be on F. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. Perfect. Break it into 2 to 3 pieces. P will land right here, whatever it may be. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the x values. 16 minus 1 is 15. 15 divided by 5 is 3. That's going to add to x. 4 plus 3 is 7. Plus 3 is 10. Plus 3 is 13. Plus, oh, did I miss something up? Oh, sorry, I should have started at 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. There we go. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 3 is 13, and 13 plus 3 is 16. As you heard me make that mistake, you'll notice I was thinking this should have been 16, but then the 16 is there, and that helped me realize I had made a mistake. I looked at the wrong number when I started to narrate my answers. So that x value of 1 goes up to 3. 4, 7, 10, 13, 16. Now that's correct. Now the y's are going up by 2. This is the y value of 4. Going up by 2 is 6. Up by 2 is 8. Up by 2 is 10, up by 2 is 12, up by 2 is 14. So I now know I got to F correctly. Now the answer is 7, 8. If we want to check it on our diagram, I would go to 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. That's the 0.78. If I want to look at everything partitioned, there are 2 pieces on the side that's worth DE. And then there are 3 pieces on the side that are worth EF.